You're putting a ceiling on him that he has not yet.
Should we even be putting a ceiling of LeBron on him, or just call him no ceilings?
Better than LeBron?
Just call him no ceiling. We don't know what he'll be. Let's not limit him to being LeBron or Jordan. Let's just see.
Let's see it.
Let's see what he is.
Amen Thompson's never lost in the finals. LeBron can't say that.
Amen Thompson over his last 5 games, nearly 22 points per game, 11 rebounds, just over 5.5 assists per game, and just over 2 steals per game. So he's been great. Really an ascension since he got into that starting lineup, which probably, at least as far as a lot of people are concerned, that spot is his. Can you lose your spot to injury? In this case, yes. When we've got the next LeBron James, according to Sean, on the team. Yeah. Sorry, Jabari Smith.
Ask Drew Bledsoe. You and Drew Bledsoe and Wally Pipp can all talk about how you lost your job to injury.
Sorry, Jabari Smith. We've got a nice prize for you. Would you like to play 25 minutes a night off the bench for the Rockets? Be a rotation piece in a squad that could possibly make a Western Conference Finals, if not more. That's your prize for losing your starting role. But everyone's taking notice. Every time I go on my For You page, there's something about Amen Thompson, particularly after what happened last night when he made the game winner. He said afterwards he felt like Kobe. Well, let's start with a former player in Danny Green. He has a comp for him. This was Danny Green. Actually, you know what, Sean? We'll go with the Tim Legler one first. Tim Legler, former player himself, has a podcast, as a lot of people do. Here's Tim Legler on what Amen Thompson has shown over the last couple weeks.
2 back-to-back wins against the Cleveland Cavaliers for Houston. And the guy I want to point out is Amen Thompson and what he was able to do in those 2 games, man. Basically just under 20 points a game over the 2 games, 50% from the field. Of course, gives you typically the great defense all the time, but also 15 boards, 7 assists. So in the 2 games against the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the 2 best records in the NBA, he goes for basically 20, 15, and 7 in those 2 games with lockdown defense. So Amen Thompson gets my shout out. Very impressive player, man. And I'm very curious to see as his career progresses, if he adds a little bit more to his handle and his ability to shoot the basketball with range. You've got an all-star, a perennial all-star on your hands. Hell, he might end up being one anyway if he doesn't add that. But if he does,
Agreed.
That's where he's going to fall. He's had such an impact on this team and is so much a part of what he does every night. He's responsible for where Houston sits at 2 in the West. And we talk about Şengün a lot. Jalen Green gets a lot of hype because he goes off and is super explosive. Amen Thompson is just this rock every night, man, that's getting it done. And does it without ever cracking the look on his face, which is the most stoic face you're ever going to see on a basketball court, which I love too. He's all business.
I don't know. When he tossed Tyler Hero to the ground and said, "I'll beat your ass," the face cracked a little bit. Here are the Rockets over the last 3 games and why it's been historic. They beat the Cavs, who are 33-6, entering the game. The Cavs again, who are 36-8. And then they beat the Celtics, who are 32-14. No other team in NBA history has won 3 straight games against teams with that high of a combined win percentage, coming in 104-28. With that is a win percentage of nearly 790, minimum 40 games for each. That's what the Rockets did over the course of the week. All of them thrillers. They got there in different ways, from blowing leads against the Cavs to finding a way to fighting back from a deficit against the Celtics in the 4th quarter and winning that one. You got a great out-of-bounds play from Ime to isolate Şengün on Luke Cornett. And then on the final possession for them, Amen went after Jalen Green, got him with the little discard, as Bill Raftery would say, and knocked down that floater. So really a great week for Rockets basketball. And don't come to this show if you think we're going to start talking about contender status and winning the title. I just want to watch them play, man. I just want to watch and see what they're capable of. No expectations other than it's going to be fun to watch them in the playoffs. And of course, we're a long way away. You don't know who the matchup would be. You don't even know what their seed will be. I mean, they've been in the 2 seed for a while now, but that could change. But it doesn't. This is a season where whatever happens, happens. Like, you don't want to. If you're the 2 seed, you don't want to get knocked out. But what if you line up and it's KD and Booker on the other side, and they just keep knocking down shots? 2 of the best scorers in the game. Are we going to kill the Rockets because they lost to KD and Booker? Maybe some of you will. I won't. Partly because of the inexperience of the roster. Sometimes playoff series go ways you don't think they will because the matchups mean more than whatever you did in the regular season. So that's why I'm approaching it with, let's see what they got. That's all.
Yeah, no, this year is much more about like the 5-10 game stretches that we get with Jalen Green putting it all together, with Amen Thompson. I don't know about putting it all together, but at least showing you this is what it looks like when he, hopefully becomes a star. It's what you saw last night, or at least parts of what you saw last night in Boston, without the, like you said, the pressure hanging over your head of like, but if these guys don't make it out of the second round of the playoffs, like, we're not there yet. Like,
No.
Again, other than Brooks, Van Vliet, Adams, none of these guys have played real playoff games, or if in at all, any playoff games. So that's why, to me, this is more of a regular season project of finding out who your guys are, just finding out who is what the hierarchy for these guys are. And it wouldn't shock me if by the end of the year we're talking about it's Amen Thompson and Şengün and Green instead of Green, Şengün, and we'll figure out.
I think we're already there for a lot of people.
I think we're there for a lot of people. I definitely see the trajectory going that way. I'm just not sure if I'm quite ready to call it yet, but I would not be surprised. But by the end of the year, we're talking about the Rockets have their star in Amen Thompson. And how do the other guys fit around Amen Thompson?
And it's funny how quickly things change because John Granado told us several times that the Rockets felt Tari Eason at a point was their best player.
Yeah, Ime called him Kawhi.
Yeah. And now, because of an injury to Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson has ascended to a point where people can't shut up about him. All they want to do is talk about him.
I mean, last night he was incredible.
He was. It's something to watch because beyond the fact that he's just this force that won't stop. Like that block on Drew Holiday, and then he got the ball back.
Yeah, block, saved the ball,
got the ball back, fed it to Şengün. Şengün was off balance, gave it back to Amen Thompson, and he lays it up, reverse layup. That was, I don't know, a stretch of 10 to 12 seconds or so,
yeah.
And it showed all that he has because Drew Holiday didn't expect him. He comes from behind. Drew Holiday thinks he has an open three. He keeps that shot from going up, as you said, saves it, and scores on the other end.
Yeah, it's the basketball IQ, it's the athleticism, it's the passing, it's the off-ball cutting, which, everyone talks about how you can't shoot, but at a certain point, if you're the smartest off-ball cutter in the league, which I don't know if he's there yet, but if you're a very smart off-ball cutter and also an insane athlete, and also you play with a great passer, a great big man passer in Alperen Şengün, like, you're going to figure out how to play offense and how to be a good offensive player, especially when you even saw it with that one where it's a reverse layup there instead of just trying to dunk it or just trying to, when you're a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Like, no, he actually is willing to do some finesse to pump fake, wait for Porzingis to come down, then go up. Like that's why all these comps are so hard, is because it's this insane athleticism with the basketball IQ and a feel for the game. That's just unreal.
That's why you think he's LeBron.
I think it's unfair to say he isn't. I think you're putting a ceiling on him that he is not yet.
Should we even be putting a ceiling of LeBron on him, or just call him no ceilings?
Better than LeBron?
Just call him no ceiling. We don't know what he'll be. Let's not limit him to being LeBron or Jordan. Let's just see.
Let's see it.
Let's see what he is.
Amen Thompson's never lost in the finals. LeBron can't say that.
I mean, there is the
No.
the obvious.
No.
He's never. You just said he's never played in a playoff game, so so yes, he's never lost in the finals.
He didn't choke like a dog in 2011 like LeBron
Oh
did.
yeah, Amen Thompson's not getting bullied by JJ Barea
Yeah.
in the finals.
Put JJ Barea on Amen Thompson right now and see what happens.
Well,
I guarantee he's not passing it off to Udonis Haslam.
I guess the question would be because of how annoying JJ Barea was, is Amen Thompson tossing him into the third row.
He'll throw him into the third row.
So
Throw him into the 200 section.
So he gets thrown out of the finals, but at least he didn't get bullied.
He's got that dog in him.
He's no longer available for the rest of the series,
Yeah.
but at least he didn't get punked by JJ Barea.
Got that dog.
That's right. Amen Thompson.